Hello, and welcome to Scattercast Episode 5. We've survived this long. This is Dirt McGirt, and I'm here with the rest of the Scatter crew. We got Gainer.
Hello there.
Hey, and then we got Pootanannies.
Hey.
And Theodius.
Oi.
What's up, Daddy? How's everybody doing today?
Doing good.
It's a chilly
Doing
night.
great.
Been
Great.
rainy here in. Can
Oh
we say it?
yeah.
We could say our city. Our state.
Oh yeah.
It's in California.
Kings County.
Specific.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm on 11445 Jones Street.
Hey, we know people who live there. No, I'm kidding. So yeah,
They'll get swatted.
so here we are coming from California, episode 6. So today we got a lot of stuff that's happened this week. We're gonna talk about a couple topics. We got the big Disney investors call that they had this week. So they were dumped a bunch of new shows that they're going to be working on in movies, and we're going to talk about that. And then we also have, of course, the Video Game Awards 2020 that happened a few days ago. So we'll discuss some of the reveals and some of the awards. But first, let's go around and see how everybody's been. What you guys been up to? We'll start with Poot. We never start with you. What have you been up to, Poot Nannies?
Nothing much.
Watching anything this week? Playing anything new?
Let me see. What have I been playing? No, I've been playing some Dead Cells.
Oh, okay.
How far are you in that?
Not that far. I mean, I got a boss cell, and I have it active. But
Do you have like a
every time I make
favorite
it to the boss, I
setup?
die.
Do you like damage over time? Do you like to make them bleed?
No, I like to do melee
Shield.
and parry. Yeah, I just parry and melee.
Gainer, do you prefer Dead Cells or Hades?
Mm.
Ooh.
Two different
gotta-
styles. I mean,
More I'm gonna say Hades because that at least had more. I like the story.
For the roguelikes, I guess.
I really liked Hades. It really drawn me in to keep playing it over and over again because I wanted to get more of the story with it. I liked
Now-
it so much the 2D and the gameplay and everything like that, but I think Hades over Dead Cells for me.
is Hades faster or slower than Dead Cells?
Um, or faster maybe.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
Dead Cells actually can get pretty
I would
intense. I
say
mean, I know it's not
it's a little more
360.
frantic in Hades.
I
than
guess
it does
because of
in
the
Dead Cells.
360 attacking.
Yeah.
You know, it makes it a little bit if enemies can like in Dead Cells they can surround you, but you can easily with a 2D environment run. In Hades, you're a more what's the word I'm looking for? Zones, a combat area. So you're just dashing around that area where Dead Cells I can up and skedaddle if I need to.
Yeah, I think it depends too. Like Dead stuff, if you use magic and bows and arrows and stuff, it can be slow. If you do melee, it can be fast because it it rewards you with speed, so you go even faster, and you get
Yeah.
buffs right after that, and then you can just keep killing more faster. But
Yeah, I don't open too many of those time doors when I play
oh
through.
yeah, I do.
Yeah, I
I
don't
get
do
the
those
time.
too much either. I take too long because I go through I want to go through each little nook and cranny and try to find extra cell stuff. So I always
I can get the
too
first
long.
one.
Something that I didn't even realize for a long time, I found out by accident, was that you know how you have to usually give all your cells and then the door will open and you can go on.
You can beat the door down.
You can just beat the door down and save
You
Yeah.
those
don't have
for
to
when
give
you beat a
yourselves?
boss.
No,
Yeah, you don't have to
if you
empty them.
die, but if you
It's
die
a bigger
before the next
risk.
one,
It's
yeah.
a big risk. So if you die, you lose them all. But if you just play one of the lower bosses, then you get to put those cells into unlocking plus weapons
So it's
more
still
often.
always better to break down the door, though, right, than using the cells on the door? Or does
Yeah,
that
it
door stay
depends.
permanently opened?
It stays permanently open for that
Uh,
for that
But you
little
can't go back
segment.
to it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that on the first cell because after you use the flask 2 times, it breaks. So you only can refill your flask so many times with the first cell when you get the boss cell.
No, it'll eventually get you'll eventually get one that allows you to refill the whole thing.
No. I'm saying after you recharge that, when you go, you say you use a flask for
Oh,
your health, and then you
um,
recharge it at the end of the level or the beginning of the level. When you do that a couple of more times, it breaks and you can't do it anymore. You have a
I think
limited time to refill
yeah,
your.
I think it's three.
Yeah.
I think it's three now.
And of course, I know this is like a no, but I use the mutations to get through. So I'll only put it on like bows and
Oh, I always use
certain
mutation. You're
weapons.
supposed to.
Mm.
As a matter of fact,
Hmm?
that's all you can unlock later on. It gets boring because it's just worthless mutations. Well, that's my opinion about it, but it's just
Yeah.
some of them are really good, and I just use those.
Yeah,
Others are very, very specific, and it's like, well, the game's a lot about chance, like what weapon you get, what up
yeah.
when you when you upgrade your weapon, it's just random. You don't get to choose. So, yeah, I
But
just choose what do you call it? The one where you can die once,
yeah,
and then I choose parries give life, and the last one I might choose if you destroy, for every enemy you destroy, you get some percentage back of life.
yeah, I'll use that one.
Yeah, that's usually what I pick.
I want to find some ARPG we can play together. Maybe Path of Exile.
Yeah,
It's a lot of that
Path
synergy
of
stuff in
Exile.
it.
The other one that's coming out and it's going to be for Switch, and I don't know if it's going to be cross-platform, but it is on Steam and it's on PlayStation. It's what did I mentioned it to you? Um,
Don't know what you're talking about.
Dagnabbit, Skyforge.
Oh, okay.
So it's a action RPG. I'm dealing with combos, and it's actually pretty. And you then on the fly, say if you're playing as you go, and you can get more characters. So then you're in the middle of a field and you're fighting. It's like, oh no, I need my mage. You could switch to your mage.
Okay.
Then you can switch to your what you call it. So there's on the fly switching.
Because
If you
roguelikes
like.
kind of make me. I mean, they're
Well,
not really the same, but they make me think
yeah.
of those loot-based ARPGs and stuff.
Yeah, one that I really like is the Binding of Isaac, and that's the next. I'm waiting for the
Yeah.
next update, which should be
But I'm trying to think of
any moment now.
I was trying to look
Um,
at
yeah,
like
but
a
that's so
co-op
different.
one or
Whereas
something. Yeah.
Dead Cells and maybe even Hades, I think it's sort of like what's that? Um, uh, oh, Demon Souls, where
Yeah.
you have a role and you can block. Um, whereas with the Binding of Isaac, it's sort of like what's that game? That old school game we used to play overhead.
Smash TV.
Smash TV, yeah.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Smash.
It's like that. You just shoot in four directions,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Um,
Everything else is just it is up to chance, but it's so crazy. Like it
But
gets
yeah,
so insane.
I know guys. Lethal Frag. He's one of the guys I watch on YouTube on Twitch, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows, okay, I'm gonna make the devil's deal and get this. He knows exactly which path to take. He's like, I'm gonna take this path this time, and he can just run it. And one stream, he'll sit there and finish the game. He'll do that with Spelunky. He'll do that with Dead Cells. He'll do that with Hades,
I like
and
those
he
loot.
loves.
I like those loot-based games. I like getting a bunch of different gear, and half it's gonna be trash, but you're trying to find a good like loadout that works with each other and has synergy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that. I
Yeah,
like getting synergies and like
Yeah.
that Halcyon 6.
Yeah. Exactly.
That the
I haven't
synergies
played this
trying to
week.
find the right things to like, oh, do I want to be engineered,
Mm.
tactical, and it's like, okay, let me get two engineers of the tactical and a what you call it and be good.
So Gainerkin, how about
Mhm.
yourself? You been playing anything or watching anything this week?
I just finished Detroit on PS4,
Nice.
so I'm gonna move on
Did
to
you
my
become
next
human?
game. Become Human. I did know I got a good ending. I liked my ending, so I was
You don't
planning to
become
go back.
human in it?
Well, no,
Isn't that the
you're
name of the song? Or the name of the game?
it is Detroit Become Human,
But you don't.
but I don't. But it was good. No, I liked my ending, and I liked the story and everything like that, so I enjoyed that. I got on my Switch, Guilty Gear XXR because I saw it on there. It was like really cheap on sale, so I got it. Unfortunately, like nobody's playing
I
online
was gonna
since
say, does it
that
have
ship.
online?
It
No.
does have online, but that ship has sailed. So, but I liked it just because I'll get back into it, especially with the new Guilty Gear coming out eventually. I don't know if they got a date for that. I'm sure they do.
for what? Guilty
The
Gear?
new Guilty Gear?
Oh, Strive, I think it is.
Yeah,
Strive.
Strive.
I still don't know when it's coming out. It's
I
been
know there's
in
been
testing
releasing
forever.
characters, yeah.
Well,
But
and
it
then
got
the
me
the
excited.
virus thing came out, so it slowed it down.
Yeah, but it got me excited. So it was nice to get that on the Switch. So I could play a little bit of that. And then playing Mega Man Z2. I got the collections with
Nice.
that. Yeah, that's been pretty much all I'm playing.
Okay. Haven't watched anything?
Mandalorian. So new Mandalorian
Oh yeah, second.
Yeah, that was a
The
good
pen. How do you
episode.
say that word? Penultimate. The penultimate episode.
penultimate,
Penultimate.
was second to last.
Second to last. I just learned that like recently. I always see that
No,
word
I
everywhere,
penultimate.
penultimate, and I was like, what does that mean? The second to
Yeah.
last, before the ultimate. Yeah,
Prelude.
yeah. Did you watch it, Eddie? You caught up?
Yeah, caught up. It
There's
was good.
no.
I like
It
I
was.
can't remember his name, but the director he does a really
Yeah.
good job.
It was good.
Um,
You know, it was good when it was like over really quick. Like,
yeah, it
I was
was
like,
only a half hour,
it was
30-minute
it was like
episode.
38 minute, yeah. But it
Yeah,
was like really over really quick. I'm like, what? There should be more. What happened? And
yeah.
it's like,
Well, you know what? I like that he did better at showing us what was like for the middle people who were caught between the empire
yeah, it's
and
good
the
to see that.
republic, how they really lived, rather because
Who are you talking
the
about? The people on
no
the planet?
everybody the people in the middle, the low and that's just the
You
people
don't see them
caught in
too
the middle
much.
of the
They drive
empire
through
and
it once, and then the
no,
terrorist
they
people try.
tried it with like the with Ren and all that. It didn't work. It didn't come off like she was destitute. It just came off like, oh, she's having an adventure and she's work. You know what?
Oh, with Ray, you
But
mean from the new ones? Ray, or who you're talking
yeah,
about? Oh, Ray. Okay,
yeah. I'm talking about Ray from the new what you call
the
it.
new
She was
movies.
supposed to. That was supposed to show the the middle ground of the poor people and how they lived, and it never really.
Oh,
George
Luke.
Lucas
Even
or
Luke.
what's his name never really showed that.
Yeah.
Even being important, like as a moisture farm, I didn't get the sense, even young, that they were poor. They were just moisture farmers and they lived in the desert. So this is how desert people lived. And not that they were poor and they couldn't afford it. It was just
It,
that's just the way they
yeah.
lived.
It was just weird.
But
It was kind of neat because it was like, it kind of made you say every side was, nobody was right. You know,
Yeah,
like when you're on one side, you think you're right. When you're on the other side, you think you're right. When you win, then you're.
yeah,
Because they were on both sides. They were saved by Imperial TIE troopers and stuff like that. TIE
yeah,
troopers, TIE fighters,
yeah. He's been
and
saved by TIE fighters and by
by stormtroopers
rebels.
came to their help and stuff like that. It's
Yeah,
like, it's like who's really bad? It's me and whoever's in charge. They're always going to kind of, um, you know, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Take advantage of the regular population and stuff like that. And
hmm
so it was kind of neat. It was a good episode, but there was no Grogu, which made me sad.
well, he's gone. I like his message at the end of the episode, though. He threw his
yeah.
words right back at his face.
I saw that.
Oh yeah.
You have something that belongs to me.
How about you, Theodius? Watch
What about?
anything, play anything, reading anything?
I caught up on. Let's see. I finished The Mandalorian. We caught
Okay.
up on that. We watched some wrestling this week.
Ooh.
Sting came out, so he's wrestling again,
Oh,
which is
came
a
out of
big
retirement
deal.
or what?
Well, he had her. He came. He made a debut in WWE 2 years ago,
Okay.
and he came out and then hurt his neck, and then they said you'll never be able to wrestle again because your neck is too bad, and so they kind of kicked him to the curb, and that was
Mm.
like it's supposed to be his goodbye. So they wrote him off, and so he went to AEW. Cody Rhodes is like, welcome aboard, and now he's there kicking butts and taking names.
Okay.
Does he wrestle or does he just stand there in a brace?
So far, he just stands there and looks menacing with his bat and
Yeah,
everything. But
and I saw, Theodius, that you got a new game today.
oh yeah, Cyberpunk 2077.
Nice. If you have a chance to play it,
Yes, I'm just
did you spend all
finished.
your time playing with your character creation?
No, I did the eyes. I did everything, and then they said, "Do you want to do one or two?" And I was like, just one,
One eye?
whatever. No, no, no. It's a option. When you can have a turtleneck or you can wear a
What?
V-neck if you want. So I picked the V-neck for the turtleneck.
Oh, like okay.
You're not getting the into Wonderland?
I think I know what he's talking about. Talking
Yeah.
about uncircumcised and
Yeah,
circumcised. You can pick
yeah, so,
that.
yeah. You can pick that. Yeah,
That's
or
why
you can make a guy with a vagina if you wanted to.
that's why I expect you just to spend all your time playing with that section of it and never
No,
getting into the game.
yeah, that would be. No, I was listening to people and I was like, eh. But I have seen some funny glitches of like people in their inventory, and all of a sudden you see it flopping about in the
Yeah,
inventory while they're
there's some
sitting there.
glitches. Have
There's been
you?
some crazy
Did you get to pick
glitches.
your life path yet, or is that what it's called?
So far, yeah, I picked Street Kid.
Street Kid. Okay.
Yeah, so I start off as I got out of I think it was prison, or I came back in town, and I met up with some old friends, did some work, met a new friend, and now we went. They did a little montage thing where you're going through like a year of getting to know each other and partying with each other, doing missions with each other. It's like a little montage.
The
And so
graphics all
now they
right? I heard there's some spots on the PS4 where the graphics get
you know
a
what?
little wonky.
I am new to the PS. This is my first physical game that I've owned for the PS4. So I'm enjoying it. I've dealt with the Switch for so long, and the Wii U and all that. Nintendo, they're not the best with when it comes to like the best graphics and everything. So I'm used to that, and it runs fine so far.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it. It's a wonderful game so far.
Cool.
Yep.
And as for me, I've been playing some old arcade games. Haven't played Halcyon 6 this week, but I'm playing some old arcade games, some beat 'em ups. Look out on our channel, because I think I'm going to have some stuff to put on there pretty soon on our YouTube channel. Also, I've been watching more His Dark Materials, really good show. Lovecraft Country, it's been really good so far. Watch some more of that. Some anime, Jujutsu. I can't even say the name all the time. Kaisen, Yashahime. Still, I don't know why. That's just a fun show for me. I've been wanting to play, really wanting to play. I've never played. Was Metal Gear 4, Sons of the Patriots, Guns of the Patriots, and
I
I've never
Oh.
played it. Have you guys played it?
no,
Oh.
No, is it Metal Gear
Yeah.
3? Was that the one on PS3?
3 was on
Twin Snakes was the
PS2.
last one I played, and that
Okay,
was
so
on.
PS4 one is I played once at your guys' house.
Or what's the old man snake? That's Guns of the
That's
Patriots.
the old one, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been wanting to
Yeah.
play it, and it only ever came out on PS3.
I know, and the
I played
PS3
it. I
is
beat
super
it
hard to
when
emulate.
it came.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah, you showed me at one time, but
I've
I
been
never
wanting-
got a PS3 to borrow it. So
I've been wanting to play it, and they do have that PS Now service where you can play PS2,
Yes.
PS3, PS4 games.
Yeah.
lousy PS3.
Yeah, even
No,
all PS2, PS3, and PS4.
yeah, they
Like the
have all the a
specifics.
lot of the old
And
stuff.
Street Fighter 3 Third Strikes on it.
It's not every single game. There's like 850 games, but Metal Gear is on there, and they
Oh.
even have the HD collection. So I was thinking about getting it. It's $10 a month, and you can play them on PC, and you can play them on any other PlayStations. So I was thinking about at least doing the trial, see how good it works. 'Cause I really want to play that Metal Gear.
I only played.
I heard that the
Uh,
HD one wasn't that good.
The HD remakes. I heard because I was
Yeah.
looking at Silent Hill.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh.
No.
I heard that's bad. The HD remake. Because
So
I
they only
guess
did, was it 2 and 3?
yeah, 2 and 3.
Or 1 and 3? No, it was 1 and
No,
3.
it was 2. 2 was in the HD remake. They made one for the
Was
HD
it?
remake for PC only, though.
Yeah.
I believe it's PC only.
What were you saying, Teddy? Was the
Probably
only
look it up.
Metal Gear you played?
I only played two. I played the original Metal Gear
Uh-huh.
for Nintendo and Twin Snakes.
And Twin Snakes.
that was
Every
the,
time I think of the original Metal Gear, I think of my brother crying.
I see.
You guys all want to hear
It
that
could-
story? I've told you guys that story many
Because
times.
Twin
I
Snakes
didn't
was
want
the
to
one
rent
for
it on
GameCube.
Nintendo. and you wanted to rent it.
You guys all heard that
Because I-
story, right?
Well, I was just saying that the Silent Hill HD collection is a port of Silent Hill 2 and 3
2 and
for the
3.
PlayStation.
But I heard
3.
with the graphics going to HD, the textures look really, really bad because they're supposed to be kind of hidden, and the fog
Yeah.
they kind of messed up the fog, so the fog's like barely there, so you can
It's-
see all the stuff that you're not supposed to see.
There is a remake, fan-made remake or enhanced edition
Oh, okay.
going on right now for Silent Hill 2. The thing is with these things, like you lose some stuff and you gain some stuff.
Yeah.
Like I played, what was it? Resident Evil 4
Uh-huh.
remake, HD remake by the fans.
Uh-huh.
They put it in there. Oh, stupid Siri! Once again, HD remake got Siri to.
She thinks you're saying something.
Okay. And she and it looked some of the colors looked a little off. You know what I'm saying? Like the look and feel was a little different.
Okay.
So I played it on the regular, but on a 1080p monitor, it's really gross,
Yeah.
So
Remember like the first DVDs when they were first coming out, and you put something. I remember getting like Highlander and putting it on like a 480p TV, not like high def, and it
yeah.
just so much noise and everything just looked so not good.
With the news, like the encoders and stuff today,
Yeah,
DVDs look super good.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah. It's not Blu-ray, but it's still good.
And I really can't tell that much difference from Blu-ray to 4K Ultra.
Depends how big your TV is. If
Yeah,
your TV is super, you actually have a pretty big TV. You probably could see the difference on that one.
but I guess
But
they have to be side by side. I mean, they look great both ways. So.
yeah, like I wouldn't get a 30-inch 4K TV or something.
Yeah, I don't even know if they make them that small anymore. That's
I
like
know.
that's like computer monitors. They're
Yeah.
like 30 inches. Then you go up to 55 inches, like the smallest TV nowadays.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our first topic. So earlier this week, I forgot what day it was. Disney had an investor call, and they just announced like a million things for
Was it
TV,
Thursday or Friday?
for Disney Plus. Was it Friday? It was pretty recent. Might have been
Mhm.
Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
And the investor day, and it was like a 4 hour presentation. Their stock shot, up to record highs and stuff. And so, have you guys heard about this? They've announced a bunch of movies and TV shows, but it's mostly Disney Plus stuff.
I heard that there's gonna be more Star Wars movies and stuff.
So they announced just in Star Wars was like 10 projects. So I think two movies. The next one's going to be, um, let's see here, the Rogue Squadron, which unfortunately is not based on the games. That's going to be directed by Patty Jenkins from Wonder Woman.
Hmm.
And I think they have another movie. Oh, I know they announced I think Taika. That's going to be directing one that's going to come out in 2025. And then like 8 new Disney Plus shows. Like everybody's getting a show.
I
Ooh.
know.
Lando's getting a show.
Willow is getting a movie
Yeah, there's
and a remake. I
Alkalites.
wanna. Are they gonna bring Val Kilmer into that one?
Oh, I wonder. It's
Weren't we
probably
talking about this before?
yeah.
Or maybe it
Willows.
wasn't on a podcast, but we were talking about what if they made Willow again.
That'd be awesome. I love Willow. I haven't seen it in a couple years. I'm kind of scared because I don't want it to ruin.
Yeah.
Have you seen it recently?
No, it's been a long time, but I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, it was the Lord of the Rings for our time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that skeleton, that bad guy who was, I think he was in the movie for like 2 minutes, who had like a skull helmet. He was
Yeah.
one of the horse riders to the bad side. That was like, I had a little tiny toy of him. Well, actually, I don't think I did. I think my cousin did. I would go to his house and I would just play with that toy like all the time. And I just remember like those little brownies, those little tiny things stole the baby when Willow was peeing.
Hmm.
Val Kilmer being in a cage, they broke him
Yeah, he was
out,
in a cage.
and
He
then
makes fun of Willow.
then he
Yeah.
defeats the last witch by hiding the baby like he hit a pig or something in the beginning of the movie, and she goes crazy and
Oh,
Spoilers,
the witch
Larry.
lady, yeah.
yeah, it's not spoilers. The
Spoilers.
movie's been out 30 years.
But
Still.
More
still,
than that.
it's kind of like a book. I always treat spoilers like anything like a book. If you don't want me telling you the end of the book or anything in a book, then don't tell me anything in the movie.
Sorry,
But
I
I
didn't.
usually end up spoiling stuff for people anyway. So
I'm sure there's more to it than just that. But the big news you hear that Hayden Christensen's coming back to play Darth Vader in an
yeah.
Obi-Wan show.
Now, now is it just going to be for like flashbacks, or is he actually going to have a?
I don't
Are they going to
know.
have the showdown again?
Because it's 10 years after Jedi, so Luke is 10 years old, and Obi-Wan's on Tatooine just kind of watching over him from a distance.
Hmm. But they do have. They're supposed to have a battle, a second meet in between that before he gets killed.
Ah. Do
So
they?
everybody's anticipating the second.
Well, we know none of them are like gonna kill each other because they both
Yeah,
survive
yeah.
and they're interesting. So, do you think he leaves Tatooine for a little while? You think he gets some kind of special
Yeah, he probably go. I mean,
project?
I think he's there watching them, but he has to go on some
He
missions
kind of
for
goes back
the
and forth. I was like,
Republic
Luke's
or
not
whatever.
doing anything interesting. I'm just gonna go I'll run over here.
Because during that time, what the empire is being built, they don't know that Emperor that Palpatine, Senator Palpatine, has been training in the dark arts, and is
Oh, that's right. Because where would be Palpatine? Palpatine would be dead right
no, no, no,
now.
no. After, okay, where they are right now, Palpatine is already settled into power
Power.
because
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Jar Jar gave him his power.
Oh my,
No, this would be
I
10
hope
years after Jedi.
after
Palpatine's
Return of the
still in
Jedi,
charge.
or
Yeah, after Return of the Jedi. So Palpatine
No,
would have been thrown
this
down.
is not. This is not 10 years after Return of the Jedi.
That's other. Yeah, isn't it?
No, 10 years after not Phantom Menace. Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith.
It
There
is.
you go.
No, it's not. It's after Jedi. I
He's
thought.
No, no,
dead,
no. It's
Larry.
after
Obi-Wan's
the
dead
first trilogy.
after.
Yeah, it's after the first trilogy.
Yeah, what am I thinking? Obi-Wan's
Yeah.
dead after New Hope. So this is
Spoilers
10
again.
years.
Yeah,
This
so
is,
the Emperor's he's moving
is-
into power.
in my mind, I
this-
knew what I was thinking, but yeah,
Yeah.
Luke is
So
still
this is
10
like,
years old.
What, 6 to 8 years old? 6 to 8 years before New Hope.
Yeah. So
How old
Luke
is
is
Luke
Luke is
in
10
New
years
Hope?
old. I don't
How
know what I
old
was
is-
saying, Jedi.
How old is Luke in New Hope? I don't know.
He's 16, I think, or 17.
Okay, so 6 years before New Hope.
Yeah, and he's so the Palpatine's kind of made the Empire a full on thing now,
Yeah.
and that's right.
10 years
Yeah,
after.
After
he's taking one planet over at a time, and he's just about to destroy Alderaan. And
No.
what was the
yeah,
other-
he's still 6 years away from
6 years before
Alderaan.
he
Yeah, but
started
that's
Alderaan.
okay. If a planet's going to be destroyed, 6 years is not a long time,
Yeah.
relatively speaking. If somebody
Here it
says
is. I'm
the
interested.
planet's huh?
Sorry, go ahead and finish first.
I was going to say, if somebody told you the planet's going to explode in 6 years, you'd be like, that's not a lot of time. But
Well-
if they told you, I'll give you $50 in 6 years, you'd be like, dude,
But the planet
6
didn't know.
years?
Nobody knew it was going to be blown up until he just decided it on a whim.
oh,
There was no plan to destroy
the Emperor
Alderaan.
knew it. He knew
No.
exactly what he wanted
No,
to
they
do.
kind of decided last second to. They're trying to
Yeah.
coerce Princess Leia to get the information out of her.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, now we'll hold your planet hostage. And she's like, no, and then they destroy the planet.
So they
It's
weren't
not like it was a
planning
plan
on
to-
Alderaan.
I
Alderaan.
was going to say, Theodius, I'm interested to know what your feelings about the Acolytes show. That seems to be right up your sort of area of interest.
It's gonna
Maybe
be.
I didn't get to
It's
be
gonna
about
be.
anything about it.
Acolytes in the old, like the end of the High Republic, the Old Republic sort of thing.
So it's but it's right before the Old Republic. So the High Republic's kind of a new area, right? No one's really touched High Republic.
They
It's supposed to be
mentioned
so
it, and it's been mentioned in the old lore, but never written about
Yeah,
properly.
I wonder why they're kind of just passing over the Old Republic because there's so much rich stuff there. It's like they don't
Yeah,
want
and
to touch it.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
I
the
think that's
Acolytes supposed
why.
to be about
They don't want to touch
coming
it.
back to power, right?
No, it's about how the Sith went into hiding.
But they say no, the Acolytes though show I heard is
Oh, maybe
thinking
that
about
during the
what it
Alkalite,
might
during
be
the High
about.
Republic, the Sith are like
Like-
fully active.
It's
Well,
the Acolyte is like the Sith trying to get back in power to be focused on the Sith.
Oh, okay, that'll
Well,
be
yeah.
cool.
The thing is, the Sith have their academy, and the Jedi have their academy in their home world, and it's just these two opposing schools of dark arts that are fighting amongst each
Ooh,
other. And
like
so
Harry
you can
Potter.
either join, yeah, you can either join the dark side and give in to love and have a relationship and protect those who love you, or become a Jedi and become a eunuch and not have love and not want to, have,
So you're
have
pro
anything to
Sith?
do with life.
You're pro Sith, Teddy.
I'm not pro Sith. I just believe in love.
Oh, you're kind of pro Sith. You've
So,
always been pro Sith.
In the animation department, we got Baymax series coming, Zootopia series, Tiana series,
Bad Bunch.
Moana
What is a Tiana?
series, Tiana from Princess and the Frog.
Oh, okay. Never.
We got
What?
Never saw it.
Pixar's got a couple different things from the dog from Up gets his own series, Doug Days,
Fine.
the
Fine.
Cars series. So it's like it's all this, like already existing, shows are just getting either rebooted or,
So what is
spin-offs.
Iwayu.
That's
That's
a African sci-fi show.
it's going to be a long form series. What does that mean? A long form series?
Ongoing.
It's going to be ongoing.
Ongoing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
We're gonna milk this series for as much money as we can until kids are not interested. I do not like what they're doing so far with Miss Marvel.
oh, you don't?
No,
Have you
not
seen
yet. They
the?
haven't shown me. It just feels like a teeny. It just feels like it's gonna be a
But she is a teeny
Disney
little.
Channel. Like she could open her door and see the sweet life of Cody next to her. She's like, "Hey, Cody, how you
I
doing?"
don't think it's gonna get that because I haven't read any Miss Marvel, but it seems like it's kind of a mix of teenage hijinks, her awkwardness and stuff like that, and it's almost like kind of like Peter Parker-ish, like a mix of high school life being awkward, kind of being an outcast, and getting these powers and trying to fit in. And she's already like a superhero fan. She's like a little fangirl who all of a sudden becomes a superhero. So I
Yeah,
guess I guess it's easy to see the way they play it off, but I hope it's not too kiddie. I don't mind if it's family friendly.
I don't mind family friendly. I just don't want it to be Disney Channel.
Okay.
Not Disney Plus, but Disney Channel.
Like
You come
really,
home from
really
school,
corny.
sort of like, yeah, really corny, laugh at everything.
I don't
Every
think
adult is dumb, and the kids know more than the adults, and they disrespect the adults, and that's the comedy line. I was like, I don't that. That's what's wrong with it. Children, they were raised by the Disney Channel.
And then we got a bunch of new Marvel series too. WandaVision. Did you see the new trailer for WandaVision? Have
yes.
you guys?
Yes,
It's different. It looks good. I'm excited for it. Falcon and Winter Soldier comes out in March. Loki comes out in May. We got a Hawkeye series. We got
let's go back to
Ironheart,
let's go back to the
She-Hulk,
you know the first one you said,
WandaVision.
WandaVision. That's the
Yeah,
next one that's coming out.
yeah, coming out in January. So it's kind of. Have you read House of M?
Yes.
Okay, it's supposed to. It looks like it's kind of based on that a little bit.
Yes, and that's what I'm excited about because this is the introduction to the mutants in the
Yes.
MCU. This is how they're going to pull them over, and it may be because they've already introduced dimensions, different worlds, different
Yeah.
other than our own. You know, the Spider Verse, the multiverse theory. So they already established the multiverse, and Wanda's powerful enough she can create her own universe. She can alter another universe to forget and and take away
Yeah.
a percentage of life. So I mean, she's powerful. She is basically a omega level mutant. So
Yeah. This she's super super strong, and I think this is gonna be. Yeah, what probably ties in. It's going to tie into the Doctor Strange movie, which is about like other universes,
yeah,
multiverses.
and that's supposed to be a horror film, which I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. And I hope they do it like not cheesy horror. I'm talking about. I want them to do.
You want like New Mutants?
No, better than
I
New
didn't see that.
Mutants.
Did you see that one?
I did not.
I
I
haven't
heard
yet, but I want
not
to see it.
favorable. I didn't hear favorable reviews, but
But yeah, I'm looking
Christmas is
forward
right
to
around the
WandaVision,
corner.
especially if they bring in the mutants. And they announced Fantastic Four movie,
Yeah.
so
And so
that's
and I think they're bringing in Fantastic Four through what is it? They're going to introduce them in who was it?
in Doctor Strange,
Not
Fantastic
Doctor
Four.
Strange, and one of them, either it was Ant Man or one of these other
Oh, they
films. They're
announced
going
a
to
new Ant
introduce
Man.
them
Okay,
and
yeah,
then pull and then give them their own.
yeah. So I'm kind of happy about that. Release them like in cameos or small parts
Yeah,
in
because you
other
don't want to.
movies.
I don't want to see another um origin film of them again. We've had too many origin
Uh,
films for the Fantastic Four. We know, for God's sakes, we know we can go back and watch 4 movies
they went
that
to
tell us how
space
these.
and they got rays,
So
cosmic rays.
introduce them into in another film. Maybe even have their origin story happen in another accident on another film. Introduce them and then have them go ham in their own movie. We already know who they are. Origin story out the way. Good deal.
All right, so that was the Disney Investor Day. So let's change gears a little bit and talk about the Video Game Awards. So you saw this, right, Ted? You watched it as it was happening?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Pooh Nannies? Did you watch it when it was happening too? Or kind of in and
Yeah,
out?
I watched it for like 15 minutes.
Okay, so how was it? Talk about it first before we start talking about the awards and the
The
winners and stuff.
awards they were okay. They did
How was the format?
the format was kind of like last year where he stood on the stage. He had a lot of lasers and sort of looked like hologram stuff happening while he
Okay.
was introducing. talking people.
Did they have guests live, or I mean, was it everything like
They
through
had a couple of people come up on stage, but a lot of it was live over
like
via the
satellite?
internet,
Oh,
satellite.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Some of it wasn't even live. It was like
yeah, a lot of
pre-recorded acceptance speeches.
yeah,
oh,
some of it
okay.
was pre-recorded acceptance speeches and stuff like that. Um, but the music was awesome. They
Oh, they had musical performances, huh?
yeah, the orchestra they played a Mario. There was a Mario. Yeah, they played a Mario theme. It was great. The music
Okay.
they kept on point. They only had one ad that I remember that wasn't game related, and that had to do with smoking, vaping, whatever. But
They had an ad for like during the
well,
show itself.
last time they would throw an ad like, "Oh, buy some
During the show,
Cheerios."
like the
Yeah, during
host
the
would
show, it's
just.
like, "Oh my God, this is a shameless
Oh, that's weird.
money grab." It just felt weird. So
Uh,
this time, a lot of people put their input in there, and he surprised us and did a really good job with the production.
okay. So, do
It
you
was
guys want
really
to talk
good.
about the awards first, or some of the announcements?
Um, let's awards. Let's go with the awards
All right,
first.
let's start with the first. I'll just kind of read some off that I thought were interesting. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a bunch of esports, multiplayer game. Yeah, multiplayer and mobile game were both Among Us, which I thought was weird because hasn't that game been out for a while?
that game has been out for a better part of 2 years,
So it's not like
and
it just came out this year. I know it just got popular this year, but I just thought it was kind of too kind of weird
and
to include it now.
it's good to see a small studio of 3 to 4 people getting their props for making such a
I know. I
well
was kind of
game that
surprised because I mean,
yeah
like for multiplayer game, like it beat out or mobile game, it beat out like Genshin Impact. It beat out
yeah
Call of Duty Mobile, Pokemon Cafe, and
Man,
what's that?
called Pokemon.
Which one?
You called it Pokemon.
Pokemans. Oh, is that what you're? Because that's how my dad calls it, and I'm just kind of taking it over. Just like my mom calls soders. So you
Oh,
just kind of
yeah. My dad's from Arkansas, so it was soda water or pop, soda pop or
pops.
pop. Yeah.
But let's see, sports game Tony Hawk one.
one
Interesting.
and two.
Family game Animal Crossings. That made sense. Mortal Kombat 11 one fighting game.
Mm.
Well,
It was
Eh,
only Grand Blue Fantasy, Street Fighter
uh,
5, One Punch Man.
Street Fighter
RP
Five Championship Edition.
RPG was Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Is that even really an RPG?
what was that?
Final
What do
Fantasy
you
7 Remake.
how do you
Yeah, it's
consider
considered an RPG. You're taking numbers. You're have stats. Now, all you need for an RPG now, as long as your attack deals a number stat and it has a RNG built into that. So
Okay.
you can hit the attack and take 25 one time, hit the attack again, and roll RNG and take 50 the next time. So as long as it has that, you're in the RPG territory. As long as you can put on equipment that changes your stats, you're an RPG.
Okay.
So it's an action RPG, but it's still
Yeah,
considered
it still
RPG. I
has
think there should be a
RPG.
separation between action RPG and RPG. Because then our action RPGs come in and they swoop the whole thing, and it's like, what about these great RPGs like Xenoblade? Xenoblade never gets nominated and never gets an award, and that is an awesome
that's
game.
Yeah,
turn based?
Awesome game, huh?
Is Xenoblade turn based?
No, it's action,
action also.
but
Yeah.
it's more RPG. Well, no, it's actually auto with button prompts. So when you're playing, you're auto attacking, you're auto attacking, you're auto attacking, and then you're waiting for your gauges to fill up like
Do
any
you
RPG, your move gauge, and
can you build up macros like if this situation happens, do this? Have you ever played on Final Fantasy 12?
I believe I have.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you could put little conditions and stuff in
Oh
there,
yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, they don't have that.
and you have to unlock them. I remember like
Yeah,
you'd have to
Yeah.
unlock little conditions, like if MP is over blah blah blah, or or less than this.
Yeah.
But it's not open by default. You have to find them and
some
collect them.
some games have that really in depth where you can program your person like
Yeah.
Dragon Age, Inquisition. They have that, but it's very minimal. It's like if I'm over 25% heal. If you're under 25%, get
Yeah.
out the way.
Mhm.
You know, just four little things and then you're done. Whereas that Final Fantasy 12, I guess it basically was like computer programming your character to do exactly what you want, when you want it, and how you want it. And it was a whole another meta game within the game.
Let's see.
And there was that the one with the little board where you move your characters up the board and play this little game, I guess, to um
Well,
The
what no
spirit
no
board was 8? No, 10.
then you had the spirit, like the that big board, and you unlock.
Yeah, and you had the game where you played Blitzball.
Yeah,
okay.
that's
No,
more.
you know, I'm thinking about World of Warcraft, no, not War Final Fantasy, World of Final Fantasy. Where I
Oh,
think on there
okay,
there's a
yeah.
little board game you can play.
Hmm.
I think it was that one. There was one Final Fantasy where there's a board game that you play during the game to like get stats and stuff like that. It was a weird
I don't know. I played World
isometric
Final
board
Fantasy,
game.
but I don't remember that. The action game was Hades, beat out Half Life, and Doom Eternal. Let's see. Hey,
See, I just like when they do stuff like that, it's like, okay, you have all these games. Yeah, you have action games, but Hades versus Doom Eternal, they're two different games as far as
yeah.
action is concerned. I was like, how do you compare them? It's like you can. I want them both, and I wouldn't compare one to the other to say
There's
one's
no
better than.
shooting action game? Yeah, I'm
Maybe
surprised.
just what the voters found most enjoyable.
I think it's just a
Yeah.
lazy.
And then there's a debut indie game, which was Phasmophobia, and
Yeah,
then there was indie game, which was Hades. So what's a
So
debut
indie
indie
games, that
game?
first
Like,
games the companies made, maybe.
no, yeah, Phasmophobia was the first time they came out with their game. That
well,
was
because Hades
that.
Hades been in development for a while. Maybe
But
that's
Hades,
why.
the company sometimes has done other stuff.
Yeah, and Hades
Yeah,
itself has been out for a while. Like they've been, it was like an early access for like 2 years or something. Uh, Ongoing game? What is an ongoing game? I'm guessing like it's a game as a service
yeah, like
Yeah, like
uh
one that
because
Sky.
they have Apex
Genshin
Legends,
Impact,
Destiny 2,
Destiny
Fortnite,
2,
but the
yeah,
winner
stuff like
was
that.
No Man's Sky.
Sky, yeah, and I'm telling you, that's why I'm telling you, Larry. Let's get into it because it is
Is
better.
it that good now? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so is Dauntless. I'm telling you, Dauntless is a totally different game now. You just don't remember how before in Dauntless. And sorry for breaking the tide of conversation, but you know how
No.
in Dauntless where you meet up in the hub, you run around this little village,
Yeah.
and then you go out fight a monster, and then you transport back to the
A
village. You run
monster?
around the village, huh?
You fight monsters?
Monsters.
I thought you were talking about Monsters, the
Yes,
old TV
monsters,
show.
monsters.
The
And
Monster
so now it's
Mash.
different. You walk around your hub world, which is a lot bigger. Then you get everything you need. Then they send you to a world where you can run around, kind of like Monster Hunter World. You
Oh,
run
okay.
around, and then there's a monster over here, and then there's a monster over there, and there's like 4 or 5 monsters in this world that are spawning. Or do they respawn, JP?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so they'll respawn, and you can just fight them at your leisure. You can find patrol chests on the
Kind of like
ground
an
and open those.
traditional MMO, like
No, more like Monster Hunter World, where
okay,
drop you into a hub and there's an open area for you to explore, and then you
okay.
can fight your monsters while you're in that open world. Not just one monster, but you can fight many different ones, many different monsters. So it's different. You like you just don't go in fight one monster and jump back out. And you're done. You have to turn on all your. They made it to where it's a little bit more fun.
Okay.
A lot long. I got bored after the 20th time of jumping in and jumping out. Let's
Oh,
just
the old
call it a
one.
day. But this one you jump in, you run around, you're like, oh yeah, I'm having actually a good time. You have
Okay.
gliders now, so you can glide to certain areas you want to go to. So yeah,
Okay, maybe I will. I still have it. I have it installed still, so I can go back to the Epic Game Launcher. So score and music, Final Fantasy VII Remake one. Art direction was Ghost of Tsushima,
emo.
which looks beautiful. Looks like it does have
It
good
is a
art
beauty.
style.
Yeah. If you ever watch that on a high end,
Is that the game that has like black and white mode?
Yeah,
yeah,
That's cool. So
the
you can play it.
Kurosawa.
So it can look
Kurosawa, there
like
you go.
Akira Kurosawa movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Narrative, Last of Us Part 2.
Mm.
And this one's
I
kind
think
of.
that game just got too many. It just. I never played the game. I watched some playthroughs, let's
Do you think it
plays.
was overrated, you think? It got more than it deserved.
It wasn't as good as the first one,
Okay.
but people liked it. People didn't like it. People,
Alright. Well, people
I
talked
guess,
about it though.
yeah,
I was kind of confused about the most anticipated game. So the winner was Elden Ring. Have you guys even heard of this?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard of
It's
Elden Ring. It's supposed to have been out and it got delayed,
oh,
and
okay. So it's
there's
so
only
it's
really hearsay about it. Like
yeah. So I
this is
mean,
what it's
there's not
supposed
that
to
much
be.
that's even been seen about it.
Yeah,
I know
it's
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 from software, so that's got a lot of prestige. And I think it's Miyazaki or whatever his name is working on it, not the Studio Ghibli guy, but the From Software guy.
George R. R. Martin's attached with it.
Uh, okay, because that
so
one most anticipated game. Because all these other ones like Halo Infinite, Horizon, Forbidden
well, the
West, God of
anticipation on
War.
Halo was killed when they showed it off,
Uh, but
and
over
it
more than
at
like
E
Horizon, God of War sequel, Resident Evil Village, and this is the one that really shocked me: the Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild sequel. There's more anticipation for this Elden Ring. I guess
yeah,
those from software games they do have quite a following.
yeah,
So game
and
direction,
that's the thing. It's it all comes down to faith of the developer. When you have faith
yeah.
in that developer, you're gonna have a high anticipation. BioWare has they failed in that department, and that's what
Mm,
their last two major games stunk to
I
high
see.
heaven because they were taking advantage of player faith and saying, okay, we know you can make a good game. We're willing to give you all our love and attention on this game, and then you come up with Anthem,
Oh, Anthem's better
or you,
though. It's gotten
huh?
better. Anthem's gotten better.
No, not yet. They're remaking it. They're sort of they're it's back on the shelf and it's still out. You can go and play it. Nobody's online to play with.
Uh,
If you guys want to play, we can.
and then so game direction and game of the year, Last of Us, Part Two. So I mean, I guess that was the game of the year. It seems like I haven't played it either, but I hope to.
Yeah, have you played the first one?
Yes, but I haven't finished it.
Well, you might as well finish that
Yeah.
first, because yeah, I was hit with all the spoilers for that, and I was like, oh, well, I didn't care. I had no investment in the characters or anything like that. I watched a couple of Let's Plays completely through, and thought it was an interesting
It's pretty
storyline.
pretty interesting though. The same nominees for game direction are basically the exact same nominees for game of the year. So it's basically like I think they are. Yeah, they're exactly the same. Hades, well, Half Life is on direction, but it's not in game of the year. And Animal Crossing's in game of the year, but not in game direction. But then we got Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, and Hades. Alrighty.
Mm.
Any of the reveals stand out at you?
I was the Joker, not Joker, but the Sephiroth
Oh yeah,
and Smash. That was pretty awesome. That was
the way they did it was
I
pretty good.
and I was like when they killed Mario, I was like, oh my god, they stabbed Mario!
They would never stab Mario.
I screamed, I literally screamed, they stabbed Mario.
I was
Have you
excited for
seen it,
that.
Gainer?
Yeah, I know it looks creepy.
Gainer, have you seen it?
Yeah, oh yeah, I see it.
The trailer?
I'm surprised they
That
even
was
let him do that.
and it was like almost a beat for beat for Advent Children, which was
Yeah.
a plus for me because I love that movie.
A new map for Among Us is coming.
Yeah, the airship.
Yeah, but I was interested in that Left 4 Dead. Well, it's the studio that made Left 4 Dead. They got a new one, Back 4 Blood, which is basically the same thing. So I'm excited because I really like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah,
Back
that
4
looks
Blood.
interesting. We play Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
wasn't wondering if you guys wanted to get back into that.
Yeah, for sure. We can join because we only play with 3 players, so we could probably get Junior. If Junior can't handle, even maybe even Brandon.
Yeah.
Um, we got Vin Diesel, Dinosaur Hunter. That just
Oh
looked
my, no, it wasn't that Ark.
in Ark too. Yeah, but he's gonna be a Dinosaur Hunter in Ark. He looked interesting.
Yeah, that was it looked like they digitally mapped his face onto the thing
Oh
because
yeah.
he would move and it just looked weird. It's like I think they just like did a deep fake with just a random character and then put him on there.
A new
But Perfect Dark was
Perfect Dark.
awesome. Nothing about it really, just that little one shot through,
Yeah.
but got me interested. Mass Effect.
Yeah. Oh,
I hope they redeem themselves.
the Dead Space guy. Yeah, he's coming back to do, or studio's going to do uh, Callisto Protocol.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Yeah, so
And
interesting
then
stuff.
you know what
Master
was the
Chief.
biggest letdown if
Oh, what was it?
the Master Chief in Fortnite.
Yeah.
That was the biggest disappointing. Like, here it is. It Takes Two was really cute. I thought that was an
Yeah,
adorable,
It Takes Two. It has to be co-op,
thing.
right? It's purely
Yeah,
co-op.
it's co-op only.
Because it Takes Two.
I thought that was really. I could see a lot of boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife streamers playing this together.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, there's a couple that a couple of couples that I watch, and I was like, yeah, I'll watch them play that together.
Me and you can play it, Teddy.
I'll be the girl, you can be the guy.
Sure. All right. Well, on that note,
Road
wraps it up for
96
us
looked
tonight.
good.
Oh, okay. Which one's that one? Road 96?
Yeah,
Or-
Road 96 was it's by the people who did Valiant Hearts, and it's like
Oh, okay.
you're taking a road, you're going on a road trip. I can't remember what for, but it's like it's a wide branch. You can go almost anywhere and do anything, and every time you play it, it's gonna you can choose a different path, and it's gonna be a different road trip.
Okay.
It's looks really
I'll
cool.
have to look that up. I didn't even hear about that one.
Yeah, there's
All
a
right.
couple of Evil West looks pretty good. Endless Dungeon that looks like another one. I think it's coming for.
Is there any game you don't like, Teddy? No, I'm kidding. Besides Master Chief, I always want to call him Master Chef. Master Chef.
Master Chef.
They should put Master Chef in Fortnite. Put Gordon Ramsay in there.
What was really that squeamish?
What?
The overcooked chef.
Uh-huh.
And he
The
had
Swedish
human
chef?
hands. It was just disjointed. It was like, oh, I kind of had to turn away from it because it just looked scary.
All right, guys. On that note, that's going to finish Scattercast number 6. Thanks everyone for listening in. Thanks to, of course, Theodius, Gainer, and Putnanis for joining. You guys want to plug anything? Anything else you want to say before we go? Silence. That's always good.
Of the lab.
So yeah, find us on our YouTube channel. We also got a Twitter account. It's got Scatterbrain ST, and we hope you guys continue to follow us. And thanks for listening. All right, see you guys. Have a good night.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.